Yo, what's good, man? I want to talk about Tank's upcoming schedule. He plans on fighting twice in the first quarter of next year, and he got two very, very good quality fights. Now that think about it, this is my first time talking about Tank versus Hector Garcia, who's scheduled for January 7th. And I respect that fight a lot because I was very impressed with what Hector Garcia did to Colbert. Like he stopped Colbert. You can say like he didn't like visually knock him out, but he made Colbert quit. Like Colbert didn't fight for like the last 3 rounds of the fight. Like you can consider that a stoppage. Like he literally stayed away from the man so he couldn't hit him for 3 whole rounds. So he had an impressive showing against him, and then he took his spot to fight for that WBA regular belt at 130, and he dominated Gutierrez on the Lipinets Figueroa undercard, the fight that Adrian Broner had pulled out. So yeah, I just like the fight because this is a high risk, low reward fight. Like this is one of Tank's toughest opponents. If you can argue toughest, but he's not as accomplished as like a Leo or a Pedraza. He only won a regular belt, and he got two decent wins on his resume. I just like the fight because he fought somebody that actually did something impressive. You know what I mean? This is not really a cherry pick right here. You know what I mean? This is potentially I wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't say that Hector Garcia is more talented than Ryan, but he could be a more tougher fight. You know what I mean? He can do a lot of things too. He got a jab, he can bang on the inside. He's rough, can take a punch, got a little power. He got some things to him. He's technical too. He uh he got a decent defense. I wouldn't say he's like A level defensively, but he's a real good fighter though. And Ryan Garcia for April, they got that finalized. And just this fight getting finalized after Bud Crawford walking from the table and making his Avanesian fight is just making me real mad at Bud Crawford because it got me feeling like if Bud never walked away from the table, this fight wouldn't be happening. And I would very much rather have Spence versus Crawford over Tank and Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? But PBC, in my opinion, they'd rather have this fight over Spence and Crawford. You know what I mean? It's just not what I really watch boxing for, like ticket sellers matching up and high risk, low reward fighters barely getting fights or fighting each other once every blue moon. You know, it's not really the best thing for the sport, but technically in the ring, Tank and Ryan Garcia, that fight can go either way. That's damn near, it's 55-45 Tank. And Ryan Garcia, he showed better skills in that Fortuna fight. I can't just knock Ryan. Ryan, he showed better footwork and he showed off a jab in that Fortuna fight. And he's way bigger than Tank, and his hands are faster than Tank. He has some advantages in this fight. I just wish that it was for more than a Reggie belt. I just feel like it's disrespecting the game. But technically, in the fight, one of the best to be made in boxing.